Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. I am excited to be here tonight and talk about the Mischievous Fae. And I'd love for you to comment and be part of this, or watch the replay and comment and be part of this. Who am I? I'm Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal. I'm a Fae and Spirit Guide Liaison, true. I'm a psychic mentor. I'm a Lightworker guide. And I just love to help people learn how to work with light and with sound to heal themselves and others if they wish to be part of this great ascension that we are a part of. Okay, I'm going to talk about a little stuff first, and then if you want a card, I'm happy to give you one with whatever message is there. And see, hi, Allie. Oh, so many people. Hi, Allie, Crystal, you're showing still from last time. Gia's here. Danielle. Hi, Jennifer. And Lolita. I'm excited to see you all. Hey, Caitlin. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the Fae and their mischievous nature. And is this good? Is it bad? Can they do harmful things? Are they doing not so harmful things? And do you have questions about that? That's how we're going to start. And then I'll give you all a reading if you like. I'm using my deck, of course, because I love it. And it's also Fae related. It's called Elemental Magic and Manifestation, a Fae Oracle deck. If you missed my live in this group about what is the difference between Fae and elementals, well, you can go back and watch it. I even posted an edited video of it just to make it easy. The mischievous nature of Fae. What are your questions? Did it spell mischievous? Mischievous. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you love it. I love it too. It's all the things that the Fae and I put in it worked. It worked. I'm so excited. I just gave the Fae a little present outside. We're going to talk about that in a second. Okay, so the mischievous nature of Fae. So are the Fae mischievous? Yes. Do they like to play pranks and jokes? Yes. Do they do things? Yes. But is it so bad or evil or wrong or frustrating that you don't even want to deal with the Fae? I would say no. So that's a good question, Gia. I can't wait to answer it. So this is Gia's question. They're dark and light Fae. Is that right? We're going to talk about that too. Okay, here's the deal. The Fae and elementals, these are two sides of the same thing. Mystical beings such as especially fairies and elves, and of all the beings from Fae lands are Fae, and then all the elementals, which are part of this kind of group that we humans group them up as these sort of, they're not animals, but they're more like mythical, or whatever beings, these beings. So yeah, they do. They do play tricks. They always have a reason. So the Fae do play little tricks, and sometimes you can hear them giggling when they do it. And usually it's to make you stop what you're doing and realize what you're doing. Sometimes they will take your keys, right? Sometimes they'll take your pendulum. Yes, they do that to me all the time. They'll take things and they'll hide them in another dimension, and then you can't find them. And to you, that may seem like, what the hell? Like I'm really busy here. I need to get something done. And then you'll realize that you're going, you know what I mean? It's that reaction that should clue you in why the Fae are doing it. They're like, lighten up, dude. You don't need to just like get all crazy every time you have to go. Or maybe they're trying to show you, maybe you should have a system for these keys or this pendulum, or maybe they take something that has so much energy in it and you haven't cleared it in a long time, like a diamond ring. They will take rings for sure. Pop it into another dimension, clear it. They may be trying to teach you a lesson. This is kind of what they do. It's not like a dark thing, an evil thing, a mean thing most of the time. There are times it could be mean. So the Fae don't like it if you are like extremely wasteful or bad with the environment. They don't like it if you're mean to children. They don't like it if you're mean to animals. They like you to be neat. They like you to like not litter, like especially try to do your best. You don't have to be perfect at like recycling or things that help the earth and the trash be kind of like picked up. And they love animals and children. So as long as you're obeying those rules and you're not doing anything like terrible or evil, obviously, then they're your friends. And they're only trying to show you something in the most lighthearted way. They're trying to get you to lighten up. They're trying to get you to see how you're acting or reacting. And sometimes they're actually saving you from something. They might be stopping you from something. I told this story before and I'll tell it again. One time we were going out of town and my child was 4 or 5 and it was a really long drive and I was just uploading pictures onto the Kindle. We had a Kindle Fire and not pictures, TV shows for my kid to watch on the way. Okay, just to, keep him from getting too bored or too something or too like, in the back seat. So I heard the Fae tell me that he didn't need it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did hear that, but I ignored it. And I did it anyways. I thought this is for the best. I put it in a bag. I put it in front of the front door. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible because I know I probably told you the story before. That front door, there's only one way in and one way out of the house that we use. The other doors, just like those other doors, we didn't really use them. This is the door we would use to go out, to set the alarm and all that stuff. And it was very narrow. It was just the door and a wall. And then like the dining room table was a small house. So the chair was right there. So I hung it on the chair so I wouldn't forget it. It had the Kindle, a few coloring books, and I put it right there. We packed up. It was totally gone. It was a very small house and we had just cleaned it. It was very neat. And so we looked everywhere and we could not find it anywhere. Nowhere. I heard the Fae laughing. They said that we didn't need it. He'd be better off without it, all that stuff. So finally we had to leave. And they were right. He was better off without it. He actually was much better in the car than normal. And we could see that the TV is actually agitating him. So we learned that. We came back. I didn't see it. It's about 2 weeks later, I found it on the floor in front of the door. Now, this is the door we go in and out of. There was nobody home but me. So I couldn't have come in the door without stepping on it or moving. It was actually in the path of the door. So it was just there on the floor. It couldn't have been in the chair because we sat and ate dinner there several times. It couldn't have been, there was nowhere where else it could be. It was literally, they put it there because they gave it back and they definitely took it. I mean, I can tell you there's no other possible explanation, as crazy as that sounds. And that's the kind of thing. You had a fairy save you from a car wreck. I would love to hear more about that. I mysteriously lost my favorite pendulum from New York all but and haven't been able to find it since. See, now something like that, there could be a reason. There could be a reason they want you to buy a new one. There's some other thing where you don't see. Or how often were you cleaning that pendulum? Did it get too gunked up? So if you have a pendulum that you don't clear often enough and it has a Fae inside of it, has a crystal diva, then they might take it from you. So it might be a warning. You got to clean your pendulums. You don't want to hurt if you have a crystal diva in there, that can't be good for the crystal diva. Or maybe they are hiding it from you because they don't want something bad to happen. They don't want it to crack. They don't want, I don't know. There could be all kinds of reasons. The lady, okay, because they threw the broom out of her hand, so she kicked them out. I would see them outside, not allowed in because of her. I felt bad for them. I felt like maybe they did not like her. So yeah, and they will do things to you if, like I said, you aren't nice to people, pets or animals, or you're just like extremely wasteful and you litter or some variation of that. Like they will do stuff. Yeah, so they probably didn't like her. And so in that case, they probably were doing a little bit of dark Fae and light Fae. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I know and what they have told me. And with a caveat that we are not all in the same reality and you may experience something different, but I believe, and I have been told that there is only light Fae now. Okay, there used to be the Unseelie, which is a more dark Fae, although they say it's not dark the way we know of it, but only the balance of light and dark. And that the dark Fae, the Unseelie, left, and they are not here. They're not in this reality. People often say, and I talked about this last time, I heard people say the Fae did this thing to me, or this Fae did this to me, or something like that. And this could be like a clairvoyant person who sees this, and they said they saw the Fae, they know it was the Fae did this. I'd like you to know that there's a lot of shape-shifting creatures out there, and that was probably something else dark pretending to be Fae. So here's the deal with that. I'm not going to say that there's no such thing as a dark thing, because there is. I see dark stuff all the time. I do lots of clearing sessions. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff, but I had never seen a dark fae. I've never seen it. And I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy, crazy stuff. Has anyone here ever seen a dark fae that you are sure is fae and not something pretending to be something else? See, plenty of things pretending to be something else. That is not even true. That is like the opposite of true. Really? Who says that? Gnomes came to me with the Nature Fae. You can find that in TAG, in the membership, Danielle, which you're part of, that they work together. Nature Fae, especially. Nature Fae are like your common Fae, like fairy Fae, like in the fairies and the mushrooms and the tree, like blade of grass, little things, not trees. So no, gnomes are part of the Fae. They come from the Fae land. They are earthly Fae. And yeah, okay, you know, good. Anyway, that's a little bit about the mischievous nature Fae. Their pranks aren't harmful and they shouldn't be scary. If they are, I really believe that's not really Fae. I've not seen anything contrary, but if you have and you're sure it was Fae, I'd love to hear about it. But they do play pranks, and there are things that pretend to be Fae. Why would they pretend to be Fae? Why would some entity pretend, or some dark thing pretend to be Fae? Well, maybe if that's happened to you, I would say you're supposed to work with the Fae, and here's something trying to stop you from fulfilling your life purpose or part of your purpose. You know? So, all right. I figured there's a reason, but I wasn't ready to go. Time to let it go. Oh, yeah, it might just need to clear your pendulum more often if it's being taken. Yeah, I mean, they taught me a few things too. Hi, Jen. That was what I wanted to talk about Fae. That's it. Unless there's more questions about it, and I give you some readings. So, I assume everybody wants a card. Now, of course, we're using Elemental Magic and Manifestation. We're using my deck. This is the booklet that comes with it. Talks a little bit about elementals, Fae, and who they are. And it gives a little, each card gets a little, what do you call it, a channel. And a little bit about the type of Fae and just a little bit about them. And I'm writing a book now to expand on all these types of Fae and elementals that I've met, because I've met so many kinds, some that many people don't know. Ooh, look what you got, Lolita. You got Abundance Windfall, Samhai the Troll. They're saying that a lot of abundance coming your way, not just money, but some of the things that your success, abundance of success, things that you're looking for, things that you're wanting, and even abundance of lessons. Let's say lessons to be learned that can be turned into things that you can help others with. So all in a good thing, nothing too terrible, right? Danielle, you got healer. If you've been doubting it, then doubt no more, because healing is what you're here to do. You're going to do it in so many ways, not just, selling your cool door swag products with healing in them, but obviously healing people. You heal people all the time without working on even thinking it. You're cutting their hair, you're helping people, and you're healing them without even knowing it. You're a healer through and through. What does this mean to you? What about healing frightens you or makes you feel funny? Like, they're kind of saying, dig into how you feel about being a healer and see if there's any blocks there that you could just think through and release, because this is what you're here to do. And if you had any pushback in your whole body or your feeling or anything when I said you're a healer, then that's when it's time. This deck, I don't know who this is. Please click the link. This is my deck. I had this deck made with Shannon Oliver, who's an artist. Elemental Magic and Manifestation. You can find it on my website at soundwavesheal.com. It is for beginners or advanced, because every being in the card will allow you to channel them if you channel. And it is also for beginners. So it teaches you how to use cards for daily divination, and maybe continued use with the cards. You probably will start to get information from these beings if you ask. Allie's next. You got Celebrate, Wintana the Fairy Mermaid. Okay. You just lost your mom, right? I'm so sorry. I get the celebrate that she had a good life, that that where she is, there's no pain or sorrow, that I feel like that's the big message she's trying to send you. Is like it's a joyful message, right? Like clicking the light and doing the things that she's showing you. It's like I'm here, I'm free, it's beautiful, and I just want you to celebrate my life, celebrate our love, celebrate me, and celebrate you. You've come so far, you're doing so well, everything is, she says, everything's coming up roses. Like things are really, I don't, things are really going to be showing up for you, and you're going to see a lot of that. And she's just like, yeah, yeah, celebrate every little thing. She says, hi, Kelly. Celebrate everything. Yeah, every little thing. You're welcome. Oh, she's really sweet. She's making me teary. Okay, Crystal. You got Be Uniquely You. Some of the Pink Dolphin. This card's all about all the things that make you weird that you may not ever want to say aloud are all the things that people love about you. And the more uniquely you are, the more you just go ahead and say it. Go ahead and, you know, and this is for anyone who ever just like says something and just like, oh my God, why did I say that? Like just feel awkward. I do this, you know, and then just like, it's like, you know, like slinking away. Instead, just be like, I just said something awkward. I don't know why. Like, just keep going. You know, people love that. Whatever it is that you do, Crystal, that makes you feel like, oh gosh, why do I do that? Celebrate it as well, just like Allie. Like, just bring, you know, that's just the way that, you know, I don't know why I do that. It's silly, and I'm a little embarrassed now. But let's keep going. We're just gonna leave it behind. Do you know what I mean? It's okay. Like, normal's a setting on a dryer, right? I don't even think I have a normal setting on my dryer. That's how weird I am. Who's this? Who's this? Is this Kaylee Ace? Okay, this is Kaylee Ace, huh? Okay. So Kaylee, you got Synchronistic Events, Starlight, the Dolphin Pod. So dolphin pod is like a pod of dolphins, like a group of dolphins that are always together, like a little family. Synchronistic Events is a great card, because what this means is that some things are going to be happening that will bring you to something that you are wanting. So you're trying to manifest something. Start to look for the synchronistic events. So what you're going to do now, just in case you haven't already, but it feels like maybe you have, is you're going to say, show me a sign that what I'm manifesting is mine. Oh, that rhymed. Someone write that down. Show me a sign that what I'm manifesting is mine. And start looking for the synchronistic events, and start looking for the signs from your guides, your spirit guides, and then believe in them. When you see them, you'll say, yes, that's a sign. I believe that. That's a sign to show me it's happening. It's happening. What I'm manifesting is mine, right? So gremlins are actually, they're good, and they help a lot with fixing things. And that's why this gremlin came forward with this message for the deck, specialist support. So when this card comes up, it means you need the help of a specialist. So there's something that you're trying to do yourself. You're like, I can do it. But they're like, you know what? It would be so much better if you got a specialist. And this could be like self-help. Like, so what can you do to get on the fairies' good side? That's really important, right? Fairies have egos, and they love gifts. Okay. Earlier today, I was going to give a gift to the fairy, and I was thinking, I think I'll give a gift to the fairy. And so I started looking around and looking for a little bottle cap to give them a gift. So I like to give them like a little bottle cap of like sometimes like beer or wine if there's some around, or they like booze, or like a little piece of chocolate. And lately I gave them a piece of chocolate. I gave them a little beer last week. And this time I thought I'd give them something really delicious that I love, which is like these little sodas that I drink. They're called Poppy. They're prebiotic sodas. Have you guys ever had those? There's this one, is so good. Anyway, I was drinking and I was like, maybe they would like this. They started laughing and laughing. I could hear them laughing. I couldn't find anything to put them in. I finally just put it in a little plastic lid and put it out there. And I could tell that they were like really excited. They really like gifts. If you're going to ask them for things, they're not like angels. It's not their job. And they want to help, but they also have egos. So you do want to give them a little gift. You give them a tiny little crystal. You can put out a piece of chocolate or a drink. And if it's still there in 3 days, you can pick it back up. They'll take the energy from it. And they really like that. They love it. So it's not just fairies, but all fae that have egos. They don't all have egos. And I'm working through the list of who has egos, who doesn't, who considers themselves fae, who considers themselves elemental. And I'm putting it all in the ebook that I'm writing that goes along with this one. So this book, I wasn't able to put hardly anything in. I wanted to teach you guys so much about elementals. So I started writing a book too. So if you want, you can buy this on my site. And the ebook will be just a really inexpensive little book to teach you all about the Fae. No, you don't have to leave it outside. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Well, you've taken my fairy class, so you know. No, you can leave it indoors. If you have a little place that you really put things out for the Fae, like, okay, let me say that again. If you have like a little place that seems like it has Fae energy, like maybe you have a plant or something inside, or maybe just a corner or just some little place that you feel like the Fae would like, that can be your little space for the Fae where you can leave things. Oh yeah, they love thimble of booze, whiskey or spirits or beer. Yes, and apparently they like grape soda because that's what I just gave them, and they like chocolate. They like sometimes buy them like little bitty crystals, and it can be gone. You can put them in your plants. You can put them outside. I put mine outside by the tree. Actually went out there. Yeah, maybe you do have some Fae inside. That's very funny. You know, the Fae are all around. There's so many different kinds of Fae. Inside the house, you can have house elves who help you with your house. You can ask them to help you like decorate, help you like if you're behind on your mortgage, you can ask them to help you bring in the mortgage. You can ask them to help you in all kinds of ways, and they will help you fix things, you know, or help you find someone, you know, like someone will come out of the blue. Let me help you fix that, or you'll just get, you know, whatever you need, they'll help. And there's gnomes in the yard. There's nature fae everywhere, like I was talking about earlier. There's so many kinds of fae everywhere, and really, they just want to know that you know that they're there. They want you to ask for help, and they want you to give them a little something in return because they just love gifts. Now, I really love that Ruby was on here the last time I was live, and she said that she gave her Fae something else. I forget what she said. She gives them a little bit of food, her favorite foods when she's eating. She'll give them a little bit. And the funny thing is that I was like, that's really strange because I wonder, like, do Fae eat that? Like, you know, they'll eat a little sweet thing. But the Fae said that they loved it because it was her favorite. So it's really like a sacrifice. It's more about the gift. It's more about that it's your appreciation, your gratitude. You're giving the little gift, and they're so appreciative. It's like, you know, it shows that you appreciate what they do for you, and that's really what they're looking for. So it's good to ask the Fae for help and all of that. So I love having them in my life. It's been really life-changing. They were the first beings who came forward for me, who really like showed me how to. They were the ones who showed me how to connect other people to them. They showed me how to use my sound healing to do that, which is something I teach. And I teach it in light language, and I teach it in liquid Reiki sound healing, which is at the 3rd level of my trance channel mediumship courses. So I help people in 3 ways: classes, I help them one-on-one in sessions, and I also help them in my TAG membership, which is my monthly groups, $55 a month. It's a huge library of all the past months, all the way to 2019. And it has a beginner's program. It gets pretty advanced, but it's awesome. Everything can be taken in by a beginner, advanced person. And we really focus on connecting to these beings. So this month it's selkies and dolphins, and we're having so much fun connecting with them. They're helping us with our multidimensional adjustments. They're helping us with ascension and all the things I can't think of right now, but it is on my site if you want to read about TAG. So I'd love to have you there. Also contains lots of lightworker classes as well, and lots of connections to Fae, to galactical beings, so starseed, star beings, goddesses, gods, like of different, you know, like Greek gods and goddesses and things like that. It's Celtic. I mean, everything you could think of, Avalon, Atlantis, Lemuria. We do it, we connect, and we do it together as a community. And I've just added to it, I don't know if you guys know this, starting this month, we're going to have one live event where we can all come on screen and just discuss what we're learning about, the current month or whatever comes up. I'm going to do a live channel, and we're just going to talk about it. And I think it'll be a really great way to just connect more with the community, more than just like commenting and on Facebook. And we have a private group where commenting on the site, and just be really fun. So, oh, that's so nice. So thank you guys. If you have any other questions about Fae, or you're watching the replay and you have a question, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to answer them. I'll come back and answer them when I have a chance. I'd love for people to learn about the Fae. This book will teach you a little bit about Fae, as well as there's 37 different kinds of Fae or elementals in this deck. Some of them you may never have heard of before. So I'd love it if you support me by buying this deck. Help me catch up on my costs. And I think you'll learn a lot, and you'll get closer to the Fae because of it. So that's what I made it for. And stay tuned for my book. I'm still working on it. And hopefully it'll be out soon. And thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Because I really just want everyone to know about the Fae, about the elementals, how they can change your life, how they can help you. They help you manifest flow. They help you in so many ways. They want to be close to you. And all you have to do is ask and get to know them. So thanks for coming on live. And thank you. Thanks, Joanne, for saving that for me. Show me a sign when I'm manifesting a sign. I love it. I can't believe I came up with it. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming. And I'll see you soon. I should be on next week sometime back in these groups. So if you know of anyone else who'd love to be a part of these Facebook groups of mine, then I'd love to have you in. So thanks so much for coming, and I'll see you later. Bye.